Right, I'm just waiting for everyone to get into the building, and then we will begin tonight's live. What do you want to call it? Live stream. Hello, everyone. I'm just gonna make sure it's on YouTube. It's live, and then I'll sort it out. Hold on. Right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Marcus Podcast on YouTube. And today we are joined by Joseph, who's here for another one.
Yeah.
His third one, I assume.
Welcome.
Got anything to say? Got anything to say before we start? Any feedback from last time or anything positive to say?
I think last time it could have been better, but it was my first try, so I'll accept first try mistakes. And hopefully this stream tonight, it's going to be a lot better. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Tonight's podcast will be under an hour and a half, I'd say. Probably.
Yeah.
It's not going to be longer than that. It could be longer, but I'm hoping for not. Right, let's kick things off. We've got some comments here. Hi, Brody. Hi, Ilan. How are we all doing? Right, let's start things off. Right. So if you've read the description of tonight's podcast, I know I've used an American word vacation, but it just a lot of English people know what vacation means, holiday. So if you don't know what it means, it's basically holiday. Tonight's episode is about holidays and previous holidays and experiences we've had and things you could be interested in or you could be completely not interested in, and we welcome you to find the exit, the door. So let's kick things off by saying hello to everyone. We'd like everyone to subscribe to the channel and like, and if you want, share to others, as it will help the channel grow. Really, we're live on Facebook and we're also live on YouTube at the same time. So if you want to check out Facebook, you can. It's a bit of a private thing, Facebook, but YouTube caters to everyone, so I'd probably recommend going on YouTube.
So go share.
Yeah, go share.
Definitely.
Right.
Everyone loves holidays. Everyone gets really excited for the summer and where they're going to go abroad. But unfortunately for this year, people can't go anywhere this year. So unfortunately for everyone, so have to wait till next year because due to COVID. So we're going to talk about past holiday experiences. So would you like to take it away, Marcus?
Yeah. So We've gone on a few holidays over the years we've been alive, and we would like to explain some experiences and recommendations, suggestions, and tips on where we've been and whether you should go there or don't go there. We've even got one destination that we both have been to, and we'd like to share it on this evening's episode. If you do miss the live episode, you are welcome to watch it recorded when it's up on the YouTube channel, when it'll be uploaded tomorrow morning or afternoon mainly. Hold on a second, just got to do one more thing and then we can begin. Hold on. Sorry about this.
That's all right. Everyone go share, subscribe, and like the video because we've got tonight.
Let's start.
Right.
Do you want to take it away?
Yeah, I don't mind. So basically, I went to, if some people know, I went to Portugal last summer. It was a great holiday and absolutely loved it. And I'd like to say some things about it. So basically, Portugal, very nice country, bit near Spain, you speak Portuguese. Capital of Portugal is Lisbon. Great place. It's amazing. I love it. As I went there, me and my family went there last year, and we saw my other part of my family there, called the Culietas. Shout out to them if they're ever going to watch this. So probably not, as they probably don't even know I have this. So when I went to Portugal, it was a great time. It was amazing. So I've got a few facts to say about it. Okay, so the population of Portugal is around about 10 million. And fun fact, the population of Portugal is actually decreasing, and it's decreased by about 200,000 actually. in the couple years, and it's actually ranking like in the less populated countries now. It's going down, which is very interesting. So very, very bizarre. It could be because of COVID. It could just be because the country's getting poorer or something. It could be financial issues that could lead up to people being poorer and then not being able to afford food and stuff. But I think definitely go visit there if you can, because it is an amazing place, and we don't want this. We want the population to go up, obviously, as it's a great place, and we don't want it to go down. As I'd love to go back, I'm sure many of you have been, and many of you would want to go. So yeah, famous food in Portugal, especially in Lisbon and all around Lisbon, is the pastel de nata, which is Portuguese custard tart, which you will find anywhere in Lisbon. You go to a cafe or a restaurant and you will find these things. They are everywhere, especially how my family, when we went into Lisbon and we got tour, there was a lot in the car when we went home. There was a lot of them being eaten, as my dad and my sister, they loved them. I wasn't too fan of I'm not a fan of them really. Not really my taste, but apparently it's a great food. So I'd recommend if you do go to Portugal, go to Lisbon and all in the surrounding towns as well. There should definitely in like the outskirt town be these Portuguese custard tarts, as they're very popular, and yeah, you'll find them anywhere really. So absolutely amazing, but not for me, honestly. So yeah,
take a pause. So we've got a question from Mike. He says, what is your favorite temperature on holiday? Interesting question, to be honest, to kick things off. Do you want to start off with this one quickly?
Yeah,
it's a quick question.
My favorite temperature on holiday is roughly about, I'd probably say 30 to about 35 during the day. I'd probably say is a good temperature, especially if you're going to a very hot country like Portugal, which can get quite hot in the summer. Can hit up to 30 to 35, which is why I love going there. The weather was good, but a bit of a downside to the weather in Portugal when I went. It was a bit windy for the first week I went, actually, during the nights, which didn't really go well. So I would like it for the nighttime temperatures to increase to probably about 20 degrees, 25 degrees, instead of going down to like the low teens really when we were there. Could have been because we went early, but I don't know. So yeah, I would like no winds, just proper like cool time, 20 degrees warmth at night, and during the day about 30 to 35, because you don't want to be boiling or anything and burning your head off really,
right?
Just have to drink water every 5 seconds. So yeah,
so I would say about 30 degrees is nice. Anything cooler is not the end of the world, but if you're going below 24, you might as well stay in the UK. It's just the same thing. But I would say 30 degrees is nice when you're going on holiday, and in the evenings, about 26, 27 is pleasant. So we've got a nice little question coming in from Gid Ben, actually. He says, would you ever go to Syria? It's an interesting question. It's not one I'd personally do, but you can kick things off with this question.
I personally wouldn't go to Syria just because it's not really like a great destination, really. So no, I wouldn't. As Portugal, as I said, Portugal is definitely a better place. So I'd definitely head over there. It's a great place.
My answer to that is a fat no, because whenever I went near it, when I was in Israel, I just had bombs, so it has no appeal to me. So
yeah, definitely.
I just don't really want to go. Sorry, if you wanted me to go, I don't want to go. So that's that. And we've got one more question, and we'll move on to carry on with yours. Is, would you want to go on holiday based on COVID-19? Which is a decent question, to be fair. If you saw episode 1, check that out. Me and him did it. Me and Joseph and I did an episode 1 where we're discussing the impact of COVID, and also we got another video pre-recorded. So what is your answer?
My answer is based off COVID-19. If I could do on this holiday towards the end, yes, I would like to go on holiday, but I can't, unfortunately, due to some circumstances. But if I could, even due to the COVID-19, I would go on holiday just because it'd be different settings and, a complete different experience than just staying at home all day, really. And in the UK, where it's not great weather, apart from the odd day when it somehow reaches 30 in the UK, which is very bizarre. Because one day in the UK, it's like raining and like 10 degrees, and the next day it's like 30 degrees and, not even a cloud in the sky. So, I would like to go.
In my opinion, I would go on holiday, but I wouldn't go long haul, as apparently you have to wear masks on the airplane. I really can't be bothered to wear masks.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't like wearing them. Even I was walking down the road, so whatever. We'll move on from that question. I really enjoyed that.
I think there was another question from.
We got one from Elior.
Beast, actually. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, we'll check his in a second. Would you go on holiday somewhere in the UK, and if so, where? I like that question, Mr. Pritchard. I rate that question.
Yeah,
I'll answer this one first. I would go on holiday somewhere in the UK, but I'd like it to be by the beach, and I'd like weather to be reasonable, not like Scottish weather where it's going to be raining probably every day. I'd like somewhere where it gets up to at least about 25 degrees in the day, which would be nice.
So let's just say Bournemouth or Bristol Beach or something. Really?
Oh yeah, that's nice. It's really nice, Bristol and Bournemouth.
Yeah. I'm going to disagree with you with that. Actually, I'm going to completely disagree with you. So where I'd like to go on holiday in the UK, as I did it a few months ago now, before COVID and lockdown. We were very lucky to go, as we went right before COVID. So if I would actually go towards like the Lake District and stuff, as I did go there, and it was really great. Like we walked up like a mountain and stuff. It was like proper like exercise and outdoors and fresh air, and like all these like little shops and stuff that sell like all these like candies and what they're called, souvenirs. That's these little like Lake District souvenirs. I got a Lake District chocolate bar, which had kind of predictable, really. It had like all the days of the week on it, and just rain. So kind of thought I'd get that, as it did rain every single day that week, obviously. So it's kind of good. That's where I'd go. Yeah. Crazy Beautiful Beast. Where would you recommend to go on holiday? I'd probably recommend, as I said before, Portugal, as it's a great place. But other places, instead of me just yapping on about Portugal, really, would be Spain or Israel or America. It's a great place as well. Like Disneyland and Disney World and all those great stuff, like Universal. So yeah. Probably one of those.
He also says, "Would you ever go to America?" Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, but not now because of COVID, really, and Donald Trump just being an absolute blind ass, really. About all this. Sorry. True.
Should we move on? As yes. I don't really see any attractive comments. No offense.
Yeah. So okay, things to do in Portugal then. You can go on a tuk-tuk in Lisbon, as they're great for the kids and great for family tours. And sometimes I think they're quite cheap as well. They're cheaper than like the cable cars and the trams, as they are quite expensive. And it's normally crowded. And with like a tuk-tuk, it's only like you and your family on it, and your own like tour person. So I think it's really good to go on tours of the city around Lisbon, and it's a great city. Yeah. I think it'd be great. Another thing to do would be to go onto a boat to the Benedict Cave, located in Lagoa, the Algarve, known for the hole in the roof. Yeah. Famous sea cave. I did go there on a boat tour last year, which was very, very fun. Bit of a chaotic journey when I kept getting water thrown in my face constantly from the boat, but as the waves weren't great. But when we got to the cave, it was just so amazing. I couldn't take my eyes off it. It was really good and really amazing. And apparently, also fun fact, you can swim to it as well, and not just get a boat. So I think it's great. You can swim to it, or you can get a boat and get a load of water thrown in your face. So yeah, those are the things to to do in Portugal, or go to a restaurant, or go to the other cities. Go to the markets in Portugal. There's loads of like little markets. There's one I went to last year. Can't remember what it was called. It's probably like some market somewhere, and it had like all the stuff you'd need, especially like I think I bought one of those like fan things that blow water in your face as well, especially when it's hot weather in Portugal, Limonel. And they also have like like there's like in the UK there's like tigers. Like these tiger shops in the UK. They had one in Portugal, and what they didn't have in the one in the UK, but they had one in Portugal, was they had one of like megaphones and stuff. So of course, me being me, I bought one and embarrassed the crap out of my family for the rest of that day using that megaphone and the rest of that holiday. Sorry. And the rest, even when we got home. So continuously embarrassing them. Which is great.
And guess what? Because he's someone organised, he's actually lost it, haven't you? You've lost it, haven't
you? Yeah, I actually have lost it. Actually, no, that's not due to me being useless. Actually, that's because of my parents constantly telling me to shut up and confiscating it. So, yeah, parents lost it. So, don't know about that. Where it's gone.
Let's put the ticker on.
Yeah, let's take it again.
So. Okay. You overall you enjoyed Portugal when you went?
Yeah. And great places to stay. There's Albufeira, Lisbon, as we said. There's all these other places. I think they're great places to stay. What else there is in Portugal is there's this famous water park place called Slide and Splash. That I went to last year, which was great fun as me and my whole family went. And there was animal shows, and there was snake petting. It was like animal shows and a water park in the same one. So if you want to do a 2-in-1, basically go there. As when I went near the snakes, if you don't know, my dad is very scared of snakes. So my dad I couldn't even see him when I was touching the snake. So it was a great place. They added some new rides recently in 2018. One of them called the Disco River. That is like when you go down the slide solo, not in a ring or anything. I don't think so. You go down it solo, and it's like a disco ring. It has like loads and loads of lights like all around it, like ringed lights around it. And it's amazing. And then I think it goes dark for like a split second. And then it's like all the lights just coming and clashing back in again. It's absolutely amazing. So definitely 10 out of 10, go to Slide and Splash in Portugal. As it is a great, fun family day out if you want to go. So, yeah. And another thing why Portugal is good, because obviously this isn't Portugal without mentioning Ronaldo. Obviously he's famous there as he was born there. And now he's one of the best football players in the world. So, yeah, it is great. So that's why Portugal's very good. And I forgot to add on another place to stay, an actual hotel. Not a hotel, an actual place to stay at, as I didn't name one before, was Alfagar Village, as it is a great place to go. It's an apartment complex with other people. It has a lot of it has water slides there, which is pretty sick. It's got loads of pools. It's right up on the beachfront, so that's pretty good. Gotta love that. Right next to the beach. It's like a 5-minute walk from the beach. It's got loads of pools. One of them, an inside warm pool, an outside cold pool, just in case you're like really hot, you just want to go in like a cold pool. They've got loads of outside pools. They've got kiddie pools. They've got like a pool with like a fountain in it that people like to climb on and stuff. And it's pretty safe. So definitely do that. There's a lot of other pools, and it's just a great place to stay, really. And you do get a nice little wristband to go with it, which I did keep for a very long time afterwards, which is very good.
Right.
I loved Alfagar Village, and I would definitely recommend it. Portugal is my favorite place to go, which is why I'm probably yapping on about it, as my other countries, they're probably not my favorite. So I definitely recommend Portugal. Definitely amazing.
Yeah.
On to you, Marcus.
Right.
Any comments to that? Any comments?
I like Portugal. It sounds like a decent place. I've never been there, so I can't judge it. Yeah. What you said sounds positive, so maybe one day I'll head out there.
Yeah.
Barmy Army.
Yeah.
And he said subscribe.
Thank you, Joe Root, Barmy Army.
Up the channel.
Hey.
Right. I'd like to start with. So I'm starting off with the UAE, Dubai, and Abu Dhabi. I've been to the UAE, and I was last there in December 2019. This is one of the best places I've ever been on earth for many reasons. It's very clean, as if because if you litter, you'll know the consequences because they're very harsh there if you do take the risk. The city is generally beautiful in all aspects. I just love it, the way of how modern and futuristic it looks from the bird's eye view or from the bottom. It looks brilliant compared to most normal cities in the earth. Also, the fact that where Dubai is, it used to be same with Abu Dhabi. It all used to be a desert, and now they converted it into one of the major cities on planet Earth. The people are very helpful and very welcome to the tourists, as they do get a lot of tourists in the winter season because it's respectable temperatures of about 26, 27 degrees. Whilst in the summer, it could get up to 50 degrees, which is not very pleasant, and aircon is highly used. They have two main malls, the Emirates Mall and Dubai Mall. These two malls are gigantic and have a lot of different, interesting, massive shops. And even in the Emirates Mall, they have you can go skiing indoors, which I did, which was great. I don't know why. Like you could go outside and it'll be 50 degrees, and you walk into the shopping centre and you'll be walking into like -5. It's a weird one, but it's a cool one. I really recommend you do go there.
Cool.
So I'm reading too fast.
For you, Marcus.
Yes.
First of all, did you rent out a car? First of all, when you were in there?
No, the reason was we weren't long there enough because of reasons. I don't know what the reasons were, but we weren't out there long enough. And two,
then I went off my second
taxis weren't really that overpriced. Well, they weren't cheap, but they weren't that overpriced compared to what we thought it'd be.
So, what public transport did you use?
We only used buses, and we also used one of the taxis. It was a Tesla, so you got in a Tesla as a taxi.
Yeah, see, all these in Dubai, they're really known for their like expensive cars, aren't they? And everyone can really get them.
Like the police use Lamborghinis. Like that's just so sick. Just to think, police.
You're not gonna get that in the UK, are you? You're gonna get them. I mean, the guy from 20 years ago.
I mean, the guy that was driving the car in Dubai, he didn't speak a word of English. We can't just speak to him about anything. Let me carry on a bit. They have a desert 45 minutes at the main city centre where you can go and get a feel of the Dubai culture, where you can eat some meats and vegetarian food, and you go quad biking in the desert from like the afternoon into the evening. And that's very fun over all the sand dunes and everything. It's really sick. I loved it. And I loved it that much. I even got sand in my eye. And that's when you know you love something. The cars in the city centre are crazy. An ordinary car is a Lamborghini. It's quite cool to think that, because normally it's just like a really ordinary, reasonably priced car. And I had a few photos with the Lamborghinis, as I don't see many of them in the UK. The language is Arabic. The capital is Abu Dhabi, and the tallest building in the world is located in the UAE, United Arab Emirates, and that's the Burj Khalifa. The population is 10.5 million people at the moment, and the currency at the moment, well, it always will be, is the United Arab Emirates dirham. That should be me for Dubai and Abu Dhabi. I kind of went over a bit vaguely, but I think I covered a few things.
Experiences you like to share from any crazy experiences or anything that happened that was shocking?
Funny enough, Joe Root might be in the chat still, but funny enough, if it actually is the real Joe Root stayed in my hotel with the England cricket team when I went, and this is not even a joke.
Really?
They stayed in my hotel. They stayed, and obviously it's probably not the real Joe Root. I'd have a problem. So we stayed in that hotel, and I was speaking to the lifeguard. He's from Sri Lanka, and Sri Lanka were playing England in United Arab Emirates, and he said the England cricket team are here, and Joe Root's there by the pool. Again, he was there like last year when I was there. That was a crazy experience. I really enjoyed that, and hopefully, we're Joe Root. Let us know, lad, and we'll get back to you. So the pool was nice, hot tubs, the beach was decent. Obviously it was artificial. They were building loads of like motorways and bridges because it's a new city to the earth. It's a bit of a crazy place. They're always building and trying to make it bigger and larger and whatever you want to call it, like expand basically. And I would say it's probably one of the best places I've been to on Earth. It's definitely the coolest. Hands up, it's definitely the coolest. If you are here, please drop a like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe.
Everyone, please go subscribe. We're hashtag road to 100 subscribers. Let's see if we can do it this stream. Let's see. Hopefully, by the next time me and Marcus are on stream together, that we have got 100 subscribers. Hopefully, so
we would love it. We would appreciate everyone. We would appreciate everyone if you like, share, and subscribe. We would literally, we're over the moon. So, would you, as you've never been there? I assume you've never been there.
Yeah.
What's your first glance or opinion or observation of Dubai or Abu Dhabi or whatever?
I mean, it sounds very advanced. I think technology is quite advanced there as well. And the fact they've got loads of supercars as well just makes it like 100 times better. Because I would love to get some photos with some like supercars and stuff. But yeah, I would go if my parents said we're going on a holiday to Dubai. I would definitely be very excited and be very, I wouldn't be like, oh, it's like, some crap country or something, some boring country. Like, don't want to be a bit controversial here, but sorry to my French family in France, but not much to do in France. I'm not going to lie.
You put it out there. If you're from France, be offended. If you're not, be proud. Yeah, right, moving on.
Offended my family, so can't wait for the call later or anything if they do see this.
So, do you want to carry on with your next country you've picked, or should I move on to mine? Or how do we do the next part of the show? I know it's live, we can't edit it, but I'd like to carry on.
I don't know. I think, is there any comments we should shout out, or anything? Where's your favorite? Ooh.
Where do you want to go on holiday?
Where do you
want to go on holiday?
Where would I want to go on holiday? To a place I haven't been before, or a place I have been before? If it's a place I haven't been before, I would like, as I said, I would probably go to the United Arab Emirates, maybe. I don't know, maybe a couple other countries. I would probably like to go to probably Brazil. Sounds quite cool, like with all those festivals and stuff, really. So Brazil seems pretty good, but especially not now with like the COVID-19 situation.
Oh,
definitely
not. No go.
It's like over like 2 million cases. So if you haven't, go watch the first stream. I think we talked about it in more detail. So go back onto that, and you'll find more. So yeah, those are the two countries I probably want to go to the most.
Right, I'd probably want to go to Italy, I fancy, and I also want to go to New Zealand because I've been to Australia and I want to go to New Zealand a bit further on, and it's just like it's quite similar to the UK, so I like it. I
would also definitely love to go to Italy. It looks like it's going to be. It's a great country.
Yeah, totally.
It's amazing, and especially to probably get that first class pasta. Ooh, that'd be great.
Let's move on to. Do you want to carry on? Take it away with your next country, or city or whatever.
I would like to take it away. Whew, okay. So my next country that I picked for the greatest three that I went to was Belgium.
Right.
Which is a great country as well. It isn't famous for its weather like other countries, probably like Dubai with its 50 degrees or anything. It can have fairly warm weather, but it's mainly cold. As when I went to Belgium, in about, I think it was February time, which is still winter time, but it did snow when we were there quite a bit. So if we went in the time, probably a bit warmer. But when we went to Belgium, we went, which was a few years ago actually, which was very good. I think I was quite young before I even had my dog, so really digging into the memory bank here for this one, as it was a long time ago. The population of Belgium is 11 million people, The capital of Belgium is Brussels. I'm sure you know. Belgium, of course, is best known for its chocolate. Obviously, chocolate, waffles, fries, and beer. As like one of the first places to like open like a beer factory or something.
Yeah, I think there's other terminal though.
Yeah, and yeah, it was great. As like you all know like the famous chocolates, like the famous chocolate brands like Leon Dustin, obviously like the amazing one Gullian. You know that soothe, rich, creamy center in it. You know that's where like Belgium chocolate comes from, all the way from Belgium. So it's great. You know it's very tasty. The world loves it all over, which is why Belgium's quite famous. So yeah, and actually in Brussels there is like a square of shops, like a shopping square that apparently in that whole square, as I did visit it as well, it was literally just chocolate shops. Literally, there was no other shop in sight, no clothing shops, no like phone shops, nothing, just a square of Belgian chocolate shops, as that's how famous it's become. It takes a whole, has a whole square of just chocolate shops. That's how popular it's getting. It's great, and obviously we all love it. So yeah, the reason they got famous was because they invented like this praline chocolate. And that's how it like became like these miniature ones as well. You know, they're not like massive, like not massive size, you know, like say like Cadbury's or anything, but like these small like chocolates really that you see in like very I'd probably say this is more like located in posher shops as well, as it is very expensive to make Belgian chocolate actually. It's not like cheap like probably like Cadbury's where it's like 2 pence to make a chocolate bar. It's probably like, or even like a penny, or even getting probably loads free. It actually costs money to like lots of money, I'd probably say, compared to other chocolates to for it to be produced. So which is why it's very like for the posh people. So which is why you'll see like in like if you've ever been to like one of the posh shops in like the UK, you'll see them for a very high price and stuff. So I think that's why Belgium becomes so famous, as it's for like the rich, you know, like rich. It's rich in taste. So I think upper class. I'm not saying it's not for the lower class, obviously, but I'm just saying like it's very filling and very, you know, like rich in it. So yeah,
it's very expensive. You're basically saying.
Yeah, very expensive as well. Like I think it's like in the UK, probably if you do find a shop like a little Belgian chocolate shop, I think it's probably like I think it's actually like £2 or £3 for like a little tiny square thing, and especially in Belgium, it is a lot more expensive there. I think it's like, you know, probably even more expensive, probably like €3 or €4 for like one square.
Really?
It's very expensive, yeah. And
me and Seffi went to Belgium. We went to Belgium 2 years ago. No, 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
Time is flying, people. I'm sorry to break it to people, but time is flying. 3 years ago, we went with our school and we went to Belgium, and we went to buy, I think they said to the parents, bring money so you can go and buy chocolate at that town centre in Ypres or something in Belgium. And I remember Spain going, how much is this chocolate? It's such a rip-off for what it is. And I'm not the biggest fan of chocolate. I like it, obviously, but I wouldn't just go, oh, let's go to a chocolate shop and I'm on holiday somewhere. I wouldn't do something like that. But it was just, I remember it being so expensive for literally
it was very
nothing.
expensive. I think
I assume the quality.
When I went with my family, I think I got, obviously me being me, I saw a chocolate, you know, they had like chocolate letters made out of Belgian chocolate. So I was like, right, that's it. I'm going to buy an S for my name. So Seffi. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy this. And I think it was like, you know, I think it was €10 actually for that, or like €8. And it was like, I think obviously, you know, we get a bit discounted because we bought 3 as it was me, my brother, my sister. So I think we all, I think it must have probably been discounted. It would be quite harsh if it wasn't, but it's generally very expensive for Belgian chocolate. So yeah. Yeah, so then Belgium took that influences and developed the chocolate making technique really for their praline chocolate and started making others, and which is where like Gullian came from and Leon Das, which are very, you know, like very rich and very, you know, upper class chocolate, I'd probably say. Things to do in Belgium, you know, visit the Grot Market, go to Bodgewin Sea Park where you get to see like all the animals. It's like a, you know, you get to see like all the thing like the dolphins and stuff and like the whales and like the encounter there. I think I do remember doing that actually. Going there. I think for my first time in Belgium when I was very, very little, because this is my second time in Belgium I'm talking about actually. I actually went even before that when I was tiny. I'm talking about like 4 years old, maybe 5 years old here. Can't remember the exact age. It was a long time ago, and I was very small. So, yeah, I do remember going there. It was a great place. Definitely another family activity to do with your family, especially. But I'd probably say keep it towards younger kids. It's definitely a younger kids thing. You know, I'd probably say up to like the age of like maybe 9-10 years old. Probably. You know, I wouldn't go above that really, as it's, you know, probably a bit childish to go to like a water enclosure and them treating you like you're a baby and you're like 16. So no, I wouldn't go there again because it's probably a bit too childish for me. So yeah.
So are we doing? Oh, excuse me. Are we doing a giveaway, a £5 giveaway at 100 subs? It's up to you. I don't like. If we want to do it, we'll do it. If we don't want to do it, we don't. I'm not like forcing anyone to do anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't mind, but it's quite hard to give the money to the winner.
Yeah,
because it's like online and stuff.
And thing, or we're not just going to meet up in like real life. That's a bit dodgy. So we don't know how we're going to give them the money or anything. So we'll think about it. So
what we're saying is basically subscribe to us so we get to 100 subs, and then we'll sort it out near the time. So just sub. Right, anyway, subscribe.
We're definitely considering it and talking about it. So
yeah,
you know,
so thank you for coming.
Hashtag road to 100, and we'll see. So yeah, other things to do is, you know, to go on like those travel tours, especially how there's those tours like around like the centre and stuff, like the shopping centres and, you know, the chocolate square and Brussels and all around there. You can go on like trams, horses and carriages around Brussels and stuff. Yeah, so good places to stay. The place I stayed at was Sun Parks in Belgium. It's a great place. You know, it's got like water slides and, you know, like a wave machine there, and it's quite big actually. There's quite a lot. I'd probably say it's a bit of a water park there, really. So yeah, I think it was great. But apart from the weather being cold, as we went in February during the half term, it was quite cold, especially you know, when you come out like a swimming pool and it's like ice cold outside. Not a great feeling. It's not great. So I'd definitely go there, but I'd definitely pick Portugal over Belgium. So yeah, I think it's a great place. There's also like things where you can like hire out bikes as well there, as well as for the second time. I do remember hiring bikes. That was great. You know, as I would love to do it again. If I went there, I'd hire bikes again. And yeah, I think that was what we hired. And I think there was like these little car things that as well, or these like carts that we also had for the day that we also went around in. That was also great. You can hire. Like, it's really, you know, it was quite kid based. So if you have like any families with like younger kids, definitely send them there. Or, you know, if you're going to Belgium, obviously, you know, don't just send them there. You're just going to ditch a kid in the middle of Belgium. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't recommend. So, yeah.
Any other info?
No, apart from the, you know, renting out the bikes and the kid cars, which I think it was very cool for me as I was young and loved like kid cars and stuff, and renting out the bikes and, you know, going to the water park with the slides. That was my favorite bit, obviously, as I love water parks and water slides. It was quite fun, but one of them was not fun for me was as I was very little, which was quite funny. For me was when my parents they like to do this thing where they say you're going to enjoy this ride. They don't really tell me what the slide is, and then when really queued up. So then we're like, okay, we're gonna go down the slide, and then I see, whoa, this slide is completely pitch darkness. I don't want to go down that really, and I was quite young, obviously. So I was like, no, I'm not going on, not going on, not going on. I don't like going on. You know, I'm not having like a whole fit, and we've been queuing up for like 5-10 minutes. So then I was like, my parents are like, you're going down it. Come on, just grow up. I was quite young, a bit harsh, but oh no, I think they actually bribed me in the end, obviously, with chocolate.
Why'd you give me your desk? Stop being your desk.
Sorry?
Stop being your desk. Can't hear you.
Sorry, I'm on a spinny chair, obviously. So, okay,
Just stop
so
being your desk.
I went down the slide, and then obviously, me being me, overreactive, I enjoyed it and went back down again and again and again and again. So yeah, Belgium's very good. I would probably recommend it an 8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10.
That's very good. Right, I really, I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
What part was it? Wait. What part did you go to?
I think it was
when you went
down south, actually.
Right.
And no, it was actually
exact.
Yeah, it was near Brussels. I can't remember the exact town, to be honest, but it's some parts. Can't really remember the exact town, but near Brussels. I think it was quite near Brussels, so it was. I don't know, really. So, but yeah,
maybe you can look it up after. But that's another story, in my opinion. So overall, I'd say Belgium sounds like a nice place. If you want to visit, you're welcome to. I'd try and visit after COVID due to
definitely
COVID just
next
destroying.
Summer. Hopefully, if it's not next summer.
Yeah, I love that.
Please, COVID, we can have a holiday. # pray for COVID to go away. So we're gonna have
right. The next bit, I'd like to explain my part. Hold on a second. Right. So now we're going to talk about my next one. Is that all right with you, Joseph?
Yeah, that's very good. Any apart from that, any last comments for my one? Any questions for my one?
It sounded very interesting. I've been there before, but when I went, I only went to look at Memorial, so it wasn't very that entertaining.
That's probably not a very.
I'm sure it's lovely.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's lovely, and you can get the Eurostar there. So if you're from the UK, you just get the Eurostar over. But
yeah, we did actually get the Eurostar there as well. So very good.
You want to get on that? That's quite cool. You can go on that if you want to.
And in a car for 8 hours.
Big shout out to the people watching and people that have subscribed. We've gained a few subscribers tonight. We're on 86 now.
Ooh, there we go.
There we go. We need to get 100. Get us 100.
Subscribers, let's do this. We can do this with your support. And if you share to as many people as you can, we can definitely hit 100 subscribers.
And then apparently, according to Joe Root, we're doing a £5 giveaway. So if we're on a £5 giveaway, we're happy to do it. Yeah. Joe Root was putting the words in our mouths, but he can do whatever he wants, as he's a very keen subscriber. Moving on. So my next one is Australia. I'd like to talk about Australia, which I visited a couple years back now. And before I got there, I didn't know what to expect. And by the time I got home, I just wanted to go back. It was that exciting. Everything about Australia was just generally brilliant. We are from touring a 50,000-seater football/soccer stadium to seeing, I think, the biggest cricket ground in the world. That is the MCG, Melbourne Cricket Ground. The total capacity of this stadium was over 100,000 seats, which is nuts, like literally nuts. Do look up and how big it is. And then going on nature trails and massive beaches such as Bondi Beach and Manly Beach, the other one I went to, which is another island. Manly Beach is another island. We even went to you know how there's 7 wonders of the world. We went to the 12 Apostles, which is the one in Australia, which is very cool and interesting because they will not exist in 1,000 years because of the you know how they're the stacks in the ocean. They'll erode eventually into the sea, so they won't exist to people that are going to go in the future. When we went to Sydney, the second biggest city in the country, we visited the Sydney Opera House and Sydney Harbour Bridge, which is the massive bridge. If you don't know what that means. That was crazy and lovely overall. Sydney was a lovely city with a great climate and lovely people and some really fancy hotels that we saw. And then eventually we even went to Cairns, Port Douglas, which is in the north of Australia, like right at the north, like it's really humid up there. where the Great Barrier Reef is, where you go swimming with the coral and the fish underwater, and you get to put on the not the binoculars, the what's the oxygen thing where you carry? I don't know what it's called. Deep sea diving, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
I loved it so much because I got to bond with nature, which I don't really do on a daily basis, to be honest. Because why would I? And then you get to when they take you on like this cruise liner type boat to the actual where you go to the Barrier Reef, and it was lovely observing the little islands and not islands, like the wide ocean and seeing nature underwater. It was really cool because they had this deep glass bottom boat where you get to look under and see what's under you. It's quite cool. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, and I forgot to say, it was very meditating once I was on the seeing all the nature. I forgot to say that bit. And I forgot to say as well, the Great Ocean Road was really cool, considering it was only a road. It was like you had this if you go and check out our trailer on our YouTube channel, Marcus Podcast, in the trailer, right near the end, where there was a goal filmed and then they moved on to like this time lapse. That road, I think, is Great Ocean Road. So you want to have a little sneak peek on that one, you can have a look at our trailer. Sorry for plugging our trailer in this video, but we have to when we have to.
Yeah, we have to. If you haven't, go see the trailer for this channel, definitely.
Yeah, the trailer's
it's an amazing trailer.
And if you want to know who made it, you can look at the kid with the white shirt and the freckles in his face. So when we were in Sydney, we
were looking glasses on his face.
Yeah. When we went to Sydney, a couple of years back now, there was a boat that it's like, you know how in London there's like Oyster cards.
Yeah.
To go around everywhere. In Sydney, they had their own version, and you can use like equivalent. They're called like something cards. I can't remember the actual name. You can use these cards, and they're like credits. So they've got credit on it, and you can go through like public. Like you can treat boats like public transport. It's quite cool.
Really, that's quite insane.
So that is insane.
If you didn't have one of these cards, then
they actually don't let you on. Like even if you go, oh, I want to pay and let me in, they don't let you in. You have to actually purchase a card to then put money on it to then go and pay for the boats and whatever public transport.
Wow,
but you use them
like London.
Oh, that's what they're called, Opal cards. I'm not even looking up. I just found it in my head. Right. So we went on these boats and from Sydney mainland to an island where Taronga Zoo is. It's like a really massive zoo right near Sydney. And all I remember was, I don't really remember much, even though it was only a few years back. All I remember about that zoo was it was quite interesting, like seeing all the animals. But at the same time, we saw elephants like playing football. It was the most weirdest thing I've ever seen.
That is very
Elephants
bizarre.
were literally sitting on their back two legs, kicking the ball up, doing QP uppies. It's the most weirdest thing. And then they're with their trunk, their long trunk, they were like flicking the ball up, then catching it, and then flicking it out, and then playing it to the guy behind him or the elephant behind, or whatever you want to call him. Basically, we'd round that bit up. They were just juggling footballs for entertainment purposes. So as I was going to say, Australia is so big. There was too much to visit that in the end, we didn't even get to visit the whole of the west coast of Australia. So where Perth is, we didn't get to go down that whole side because Australia, in the middle of Australia, is a desert, and all the coast around the whole of Australia is cities. And we didn't actually get an opportunity to go to the west coast, which is really upsetting because apparently some people say it's good, some people say it's bad, but we only visited the east, so that was that. I really enjoyed it. It was a great holiday. And we also went to Singapore on that holiday as well. So another plug into that holiday. You got anything to say? I think I've come to my end of my paragraph for that.
Okay, so I do have a question actually. As
Good.
You were in Australia, obviously known for the deadliest creatures in the world. Obviously, did you see like any snakes or spiders or any like deadly creatures like that?
Good question, in my opinion. We did see snakes. We did go to a couple. We didn't just go to Taronga. We went to a few zoos, funny enough, that holiday.
Yeah.
And spiders. Wait, did you say spiders?
Yeah, and spiders as well. Was there any like?
We did see spiders. But the thing is with me is I'm not scared of apart from rats. I'm not really scared of any animals. So I was fine seeing a snake. They're quite cool, actually.
Yeah.
But some people,
spiders.
Apparently, a lot of people say they don't want to go to Australia due to the wild animals and things that apparently go on there That's why people put off to go there. But if you're not scared of them, why not go? And if you are scared of them, they don't really.
I mean, it's just really the spiders that creep me out. Really, just like you apparently like. I think I've seen like some people where they just have like they'll just have like this massive, humongous one that you'd probably never see in the UK. Just like, and they wouldn't even like react to it. I'll just be like, oh, I'm just gonna go get the spider. Like, if I saw that in the UK, you'd probably lose your mind, really. You'd lose your crap and you'd flip out completely if you saw like a spider they do in Australia to here. Like, it's crazy. Very crazy. Yeah.
I'd also like to say that it was one of those things, like, it was more of a touring holiday. We didn't get that much opportunity just to lie on the beach for like a solid like week in a row. we kind of like moved around everywhere. We were like getting on Virgin Australia flights every bloody week, it felt like, because of touring to different places. We didn't want to drive, it's too far. We wanted to fly. So that holiday was a bit crazy with regards to traveling, but it's part of the fun, I assume. Nowadays, you can't do it during COVID. You can't do any of that. You can't fly to anywhere, literally. That's outside your continent.
Yeah, you can't really. Not these days. So, should have a little bit of a break again. So, everyone, if you're watching, go share. Hashtag Road to 100.
Subscribe if you're new.
Yeah, definitely keep on subscribing for some epic podcasts. As we've got some special guests on the way. And some more epic topics to come as well, to discuss as well. So I'm very excited. So remember, drop a like. And if you do subscribe, remember also we haven't really said this much, turn on post notifications, as they're very important as well. So it will notify you when our streams are going live and 30 minutes beforehand. So it can even prepare you, as YouTube likes to do that. It's very kind of YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, for doing that. Go share and turn those post notifications on, as we don't really say that much often, but it is very important, as you do need to be notified for our streams, obviously. So turn on post notifications, drop a like and share. Keep sharing. Best place in England from Dixie Norman.
You fell for it again, bloody hell. You don't learn your lessons. What is your best place in England? You might as well answer now. You've bloody read it out.
Okay, from that person, best place in England would probably be, for me, when I did go to the Lake District, like I said before, really good, or Bournemouth as well, also a great place by the beach and stuff. So yeah, would love to go to the Lake District again, or Bournemouth is a great place, great beach, great pier. If you go up, there is an arcade near there, near Boscombe and stuff, so like a arcade there, and you can do lots of things, and it's really like a great view of like the sea and stuff. So definitely go there. It's really good. Bournemouth or Lake District. If I had to pick one, very difficult, but I'd definitely pick the Lake District.
Lovely. Just doing one more thing before I answer. I don't know, probably like Central London, Bournemouth. I don't know. I have no idea. Just doing one more thing. I just want to change one thing on our podcast. Hold on. Computer's freezing. Favourite place, Bournemouth, probably, or Central London. I really like, because there's shops and stuff, and how interesting the tourism so high there, and how it got so high. I don't know. And the museums are very interesting. I like. Right, we won't read any more inappropriate comments from inappropriate people. We'll move on to my next chosen place. If you missed the podcast, it will be out tomorrow, 21st of July, about midday. Anyways, should we move on to my next place, or do you want to read about yours?
I should probably do mine, as we're taking turns in this. So, yeah, my next one is Israel. Has a population of 8 million people, as we know. It's like the place for the Jews, really. God gave them it, as it's been through a lot of wars and stuff, and it's still here somehow. Through all these wars, the Jews really love it, and it's a great place, as God gave it to us. So yeah, and it's got some amazing things about it. It has a population of 8 million people. Israel is famous for the Dead Sea, as you can easily just walk into it, and if you just like lift yourself, it will just let you float. So yeah, you'll float. And it's very salty, like incredibly. So 10 out of 10 would not recommend putting your face under the water, as it will definitely sting a lot. So definitely don't go in there for don't go in there for long as well, as you could get like a little droplet in your eye could literally put your eye in agony for a few days. So don't go in for long either. And also people like to put on like mud masks and like cover themselves in mud when they're at the Dead Sea.
Quite cool.
Yeah, it's quite cool. Personally, I've never done it, but I have been in the Dead Sea. It is pretty epic how you just feel like you have no control. Well, not no control, but you have like less control when you're in a sea. Like when you're in like, I don't know, sea like any other country, you feel like you have full control over yourself. And this, you don't really want to splash, getting like water in your face or anything. So you feel like you've got not much control, and hopefully you make it back one day. So yeah. And definitely what I wouldn't recommend is going there about 3-4 o'clock, as it is the hottest time in Israel.
It's so hot.
So I did go there at 3-4 o'clock. That's because of my busy family schedule. And the sand was absolutely just boiling. I put my foot on it. Like you couldn't walk on it. It's literally like having a live coal on fire. And you're walking on it. It was boiling. Like you'd run, you would sprint to the nearest shower, even though the showers are half decent hot. You'd that because the sand was so hot. So that's what makes Israel quite special and kind of exotic and stuff. So yeah. Oh yeah. What else you can also do in the desert? As you can ride loads of camels in the desert, through the deserts and stuff. Do like lots of tours with the camels and stuff, which would be great fun. It's quite fun. So yeah, definitely go for the camels in the desert. Yes, thank you, Joe Root. Subscribe. Worst experience on holiday. Okay, I definitely got one. I've probably said this to people before, but if you haven't heard this, I was probably going to say this when we got to Spain, but my worst moment on holiday was when me and my family, we decided to go and like the Swagways, as like we were pleading with my parents, please. And they were like, fine, we'll let you go on it. So my parents go off to the bar, have a drink, so they can because it wasn't like a tour, Swagway tour. It's just like we can just go on them up and down the beach front. So I went up there. So my sister was like, and probably like the first 5-10 minutes, my sister was like, okay, you're not doing it properly. Look at me. So I was like, okay, I need to look at you, but I can't really look at you as I've got to focus on my own Swagway. The second I looked at her, I knocked. There was a pole in front of me. As I wasn't looking, I was looking at my sister how to do the Segway. Hit the pole, fell off, and the Swagway, it kept going, and there was no wall or anywhere in the way, and it would have gone down the stairs to the sea, and so that would have been a very expensive fail there. It would probably been about 2-3 grand, or a grand or so, as they're very expensive, these things, as it would have definitely drifted off into the sea, as there was nothing else. But out of just pure absolute luck, there was a bin in the way, but not even one of those ones that aren't put into the ground. There was an inbuilt bin into the ground, and the Swagway caught onto that and didn't roll into the sea. That's not even the worst part of it yet. So later that Swagway tour, experience was when when I was on the last like 2 minutes of it, and um, I was just going faster. I was just seeing like, okay, I'm going a bit fast here. I want to slow down here. And I just kept going faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. And I couldn't control myself. I was going from one, end straight zooming down to the other, I'd probably say about 40 miles an hour here. I'm telling you, then I'm like, okay, I have no control over this weather whatsoever. I've tried to slow it down any way I can. So then I'm like yelling at people, get out of the way, please get out of the way. Just so they don't get hit. Or there was one way where I could have gone down where there was like loads of people in like one way, or it was literally like pick a route, and one of them had loads of people in the way, the other one had loads of shacks and like restaurants in the way. So I decided to go with the one, if I break something like a chair, it's going to be easily repairable or something. I decided to go down like the restaurants and like all like the holiday stacks where they have like all the magnets and like souvenirs and stuff, big and stuff where they sell. And unfortunately, the worst timing ever. There was this family that just come out of this restaurant, family of 4 actually, if I remember, mum, dad, I think a little boy and I think a little girl, and I told that as I was like screaming, get out of the way, this old man jumped out of the way and stuff, I'm just, launching myself at 40 plus miles an hour now going down, and it was a bit too late to, not hit those people. So I did unfortunately hit those people and a shack, and it wasn't great. The woman did have a go at me, swore at me a few times, was like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, it's my first time in a swear, and she just walked off. I've also got one more terrible time actually.
Can we stop with these experiences? They're awful to listen
this one's
to.
A quick one though. This one's like, I could say this in about a minute. So basically, I was in, I think it was Portugal last year actually, when we were going down like the town and we were walking around, and I just wanted to get this like keyring with like an S on it, and I was just like, I really want to get it, and I'm going to get my wallet out and pay for it, but my parents were going too quick. They were like, right, that's it, we're leaving. Just like your parents are like, often some stupid other shop that's like a clothes shop or something, and they're just rushing you. So I'd actually I hadn't paid for the keyring, and I'd left the store with it, because my parents were rushing me. And then all I hear in the background was like, gimme, 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 gimme. You're stealing. And I was like, no, I'm not. Wait, what? I'm like, oh my God, I've still got the keyring in my hand. And he was like, are you going to pay for this or what, you idiot? Obviously, I did get a bit of trouble from my parents, and got mimicked by them for the rest of the holiday for me being the thief on the holiday, as I did steal the keyring. But no charges were pressed or anything, as it was only a small keyring and it did get returned back. So everything was good in the end. But just my worst moments on holiday. So any worst moments you've got on holiday?
While we bring it up.
Sorry, long answer.
Dropping a plate of food on the floor by accident, or spilling a drink. I don't know. I've never really done it out of the blue. Like, I've never really gone and done something so horrific that you could actually get in proper trouble for it. Nothing serious.
Just okay.
So, really, with anything that's gone wrong on holiday, nothing really. Not really at home as well, in our home country. Nothing. So I'd answer as pass as nothing.
Yes, so I should get back to
your topic.
Oh, sorry, we're answering that question and then completely off topic. Israel. There's like the old city and there's like the new city, as God gifted us a city, and the old city has like the kotel in it, and that is a place of like pilgrimage and prayer, and people have like weddings there and bar mitzvahs there and all that kind of stuff there. So very, very like special place, as it's apart from the second temple, obviously when it got destroyed. So, and so it's very like very special towards the Jews and very holy towards it. So yeah, it's very great for them. So yeah, that's why it's very special. And actually, in the Kotel,
yeah.
in the Kotel, sorry, you can actually do Kotel tours and actually have a tour and an actual history lesson. I know probably some of you might well like it or not, but like have a full detailed experience and have a proper Kotel tour about it, going all around it and stuff. I think it's pretty cool. It's probably a decent family thing to do. It's not the most entertaining thing, obviously, just standing and listening to a lady while she's there. But it is like very important for some people. So, for some people it's important. Some people probably wouldn't be as important.
Also, it's got I think it's got 4 quarters. It's got a Jewish, Christian, Muslim, and there's like a certain country that has their own quarter. I can't remember which. I can't remember which exact country, but one country has their own quarter for some reason. In Israel, some other in Jerusalem.
And then brand new in the last couple of years as well, that new at the Kotel is a VR experience at the Kotel.
Oh yeah.
Where it literally brings that is definitely more entertaining than the Kotel tour, I would say, as it literally brings like the history and like how it all came along and the whole story.
Oh, I know it is.
It's
the Armenian quarter.
Yeah.
4 quarters are right. Oh, excuse me. Brandon Miller Music's here. Can we all say hello to Brandon Miller Music? Check him out, subscribe to him and us, and we'll love you. Anyway, moving on. Drop a like on the video.
VR headset tours, which are pretty sick, as I was saying. It comes to life basically, really, and it's like a full 360 around it as well. So you can literally look behind you, to your left, to your right, anywhere, and it will literally just have like the guy narrating it and like the pictures shown around it. It is pretty amazing, and how technology has come so far in Israel, that is pretty amazing. So definitely, if you go to the Kotel or the Old City, I would definitely do that there.
Make sure you check that out.
Yeah. There's also the water tunnels as well. They are very interesting as well, in East Jerusalem, the Siloam Tunnel, water tunnels. It's a bit cramped, it's a bit claustrophobic. I wouldn't go in it. So
Don't do it.
Yeah, if you're very claustrophobic, I'm claustrophobic, but it's not too small. So so definitely it's quite fun as well, especially if you just want to splash water on the person in front of you behind's faces or something. It's quite funny. So yeah, definitely do that. And there's the chocolate factory they have there as well that you can go to. I know I'm always bringing in chocolate, but that's just me. Sorry guys for that. But a chocolate factory and a chocolate toy that you can go to, that I did as well there. And
oh, sorry about that.
And then you can also go to obviously the Masada, which is very important, very famous in Israel.
Massive hill.
Have all the Israeli soldiers fighting off the people, so they can have the right to the Masada. And it's good as they use it as that very high ground. So, and you can actually walk up it actually, which I have walked up the Masada. It probably takes about 15-20 minutes, or there's a longer route that probably lasts about 2 hours. So whatever you want to do, or there's also a cable car you can go to as well. You can get up and down. Yeah. So, and it's very another history type thing, and learning all about it. So I think it's very good. Definitely do it if you're going to go to Israel. So yeah. Also, another thing that Israel's famous for is obviously their foods. With kosher food and stuff. So they have the also I can't remember what it's called, the cow chocolate they have that's famous there. It's the one with the picture of a cow in it. I can't remember what it's called right now. And the Click chocolate as well. They're famous for that as well. And obviously the most famous foods of all, the falafel and shawarma. Very, very, very definitely the shawarma, if you've ever had it in Israel, is pretty amazing. So yeah, get that. And yeah, why it's good, you may be asking, is because it's hot weather all year round. You know, you're going to get boiling hot weather.
Mainly.
You know, wherever you are in Israel, whether you're north or south, you know, or anything, you're going to get hot weather. So it's pretty good. Lots of activities to do, good beaches and seas, you know, like the Lake Kinneret. There's Aquakef and the lake with water inflatables, which is actually really, really fun. Like, I'm not lying, like, I'm not just saying this, but it is really fun. So definitely go. And for once, you know, when you normally go into the sea and you normally get a mouthful of like salty water or something, it's like a lake. No, like, you know, you get water in your eyes and you're like gonna like be rubbing your eyes for the next half an hour. So yeah, and there's also like great markets and shopping squares to go to, like Netanya Square and stuff. There's a few nice hotels to go to and places. So yeah, definitely go there. Probably say solid 9 out of 10 for Israel. Definitely a jam-packed holiday if you want to go. So yeah, definitely go to Israel. 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for Belgium and 10 out of 10 for Portugal. So that's for me.
Israel sounds decent. I've been there twice.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a spiritual country, but it's also got a very nice, fun aspect to it. But the one thing I don't really like is it's just when I get there, I don't know. I don't really love it to an effect where I love some other countries that I've named.
yeah,
it's great and all, but I don't know. It's just one of those places. Some people love it. It's the way you approach it is the way you like it.
Yeah.
I like it, but I wouldn't go that far.
We do have another question. What is your favorite thing to do on holiday?
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing to do on holiday? My favorite thing to do is mainly relax by the pool. As holidays are really a time to relax. I do like to go to the pool. Water parks are definitely one of my favorites. As you know, gotta love water slides and like all the wave pools they have in the main center of the water park. Then we have like wave machines, and trust me, every half an hour when I hear a wave machine's coming on, I am just I will leave the ride I'm queuing up for and just go straight for that wave. They're so fun, honestly. So yeah, I do like my favorite things on holiday are water parks and relaxing by the pool, and sorry, another thing. I don't know what it's exactly called, but there's like this couch thing where you sit on and you get pulled by a guy on a boat.
Yeah, banana boat. Yeah.
Not a banana one, but this is like a full-on like ring, like couch thing, and you're like holding.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I don't know what the exact name is. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it's called like couch float or something. I don't know what it's called really. But that is really, really fun. I love doing that. Like things in the sea as well. I'd love doing. As a really fun, and it's probably one of the best things fun things I've ever done in the sea is like getting pulled by that. It's just it's just mental. It's crazy. You just feel like you're getting tossed left and right, and you feel like you're gonna fall off, and it's just so fun. Definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
So those are my favorite things for the holiday, and obviously buy chocolate from other countries. Taste chocolate from other countries, obviously. Get a view on like Israeli chocolate, Spanish chocolate, or like Belgium chocolate. Of course, it's me tasting all the chocolate. So yeah, what's your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday? Go
no, your favorite holiday. Your favorite thing to do on holiday? From the question.
Relax, get fat, eat chocolate. Not chocolate. Eat anything really. Eat burgers. Eat chips. Eat anything really. Churros? Oh my god. Yes, literally. Yeah. We're going to Spain, eat churros.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, they've got really. When you go on holiday, you just feel like the freedom. Obviously, some people like use it to work out, go to the gym, get fitter. I just see it.
Not me.
Do whatever the hell you want, and
tried it in Portugal actually to try and use the gym there. Just couldn't do it. It's too hot. It's too hot to go to the gym. Tried it, but it's not great.
If you're new to the stream, please like and subscribe and share to others.
Subscribe, share. Remember, hashtag road to 100. So share to
Road to 100.
Please, definitely do that. It will help us out and let us.
Yeah, and apparently, according to Joe Root's Barmy Army, we're doing a £5 giveaway. If he wants
at 100 subscribers, not now.
At 100 subscribers. If we want to do a £5 giveaway, we've discussed it earlier in the stream. We'll do a £5 giveaway. All right, we'll do a £5 giveaway. Well, if the people want a £5 giveaway, or if they want like a PlayStation, Xbox voucher, I don't mind getting them that. We got words put in our mouth, basically. That's what we're saying. I'm doing what you do.
Right, you're doing your next one.
Yeah, my next one. I think this is my last one. This is only a little short one that I came up with earlier today. So this is my third one. If you've missed, I did Dubai, Abu Dhabi, well, UAE. And I did Australia, and now I'm moving on to Mexico. It's only a short one, so don't get too tucked in. My last one is Mexico. Mexico was my third best holiday vacation, wherever you're from. I've been on. I visited it 3 times. Visited 3 times, and it was unreal fun. It was so much fun, and it's just brilliant if you want to chill, eat a lot, and it's all inclusive. So what you do is you just eat everything and drink everything, and feel like you've got a lot of freedom. That's what I love about it. The people were so nice. The facilities are great. There's golf there. You can play. You can chill by the beach. They've got table tennis inside. You can work out in the gym. I think you have to be 14 or 16. You've got so much. There's like sports halls and things, and the flats are decent size. The hotel room, we want to call them, they're very big actually. Not you don't even need to have a big family, but generally they're quite big. They speak a different version of Spanish, so it's like a Mexican version of it's Spanish, but it's in a Mexican lingo type thing. And their typical traditional foods are fajitas, tacos, tortillas, etc. There's obviously loads, but I couldn't bother to write every single one down. I stayed in a very touristy type part of Mexico on the east coast, east side of Mexico, called Cancun, which is full of shops, clubs, hotels, theme parks, and more. A 3-star hotel in Cancun averages about £30 a night, so it's not too expensive. But if you want to go for a 5-star, about £180 a night. But that's not including loads of people. That's only one person. The ocean is gorgeous there. It's lovely blue colour. The beaches are beautiful, lovely golden sand. There's loads of jetties that go out, and loads of boats park up on the jetties, and you can stand there. I've even got a photo thing on my Instagram. I won't plug it in because I don't want people to see it. It's like a photo of me, no top on, going like this with a boat behind me. It's quite funny. It was like a really expensive boat. You want to check that out? You follow me already, because I'm not accepting anyone that wants to see it just for that. Sorry. Right, I'm just going back to the PowerPoint Word document. The ocean's gorgeous, and the weird thing about that hotel where I was staying, which I can't remember the exact name, but they had photographers walking around the complex, the hotel facility. And you wouldn't ask, you wouldn't just go, can you please take a photo of me? Without your consent or anything, they'd just start randomly taking photos of you. Whether you're in the pool, you're sitting on the side, you're sitting on the beach, you're doing whatever. They always want to tuck you up for some money because they want to take some photos of you. And then they go, at the end of your holiday, oh, sir, they say your surname because they like to talk to you and meet you. They don't know your surname. They're like, oh, sir, whatever, Mr. Blogs, we want to sell you some photos we've taken of you throughout your holiday here, and then they just tuck you up, take your money, and they scam you, and they send you the files and the bloody photos and frames, and it's all pathetic.
Jeez, very weird.
I didn't really like that part of the holiday, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy was a nice guy that did it, but at the end of the day, it's a bit weird. Hopefully he's not watching. I would go back to Mexico another time. I really enjoyed it. Everything about it is not complainable, if that's even a word. You can't really complain about it. One of the theme parks called Xcaret there is like excellent. It says Caret, C-A-R-E-T, all one word. That was a theme park which I went to, but there's also one called Explore with P-L-O-R with X at the front. There were 2 theme parks. We went to it was more suitable for everyone. So more of a family type thing. And we went to the Xcaret, and they had loads of things like underground rivers. They had amphitheatres, like massive theatres that they do a performance in the evening. They had trails, they had everything. It was like a theme, like rides, everything you could dream of in this one
Very
park. It was brilliant. I really enjoyed that part. Yeah, they had loads of type things, and they got this massive zip wire that you can go across the like a jungle, above a jungle, to the other side of like the facility.
Like
Which
a
was really
Go
cool.
thing.
Yeah, it's like a Go 8, but instead
Yeah.
of being on a wire, you're just on a zip line holding on to something. You just go across.
Okay, that does sound quite
Miles.
fun. I would do that. Yeah.
I mean, nowadays during COVID, I wouldn't spend like 11-hour flight going to Mexico to do that. I'd kind of wait a bit.
Yeah. My parents actually went to Mexico last year, actually, and stayed in a very nice place, and saw some very nice things and stuff. So yeah, they really loved it as well. Probably the best thing about them was probably the fact they didn't have their kids with them nagging them for a week. So it's probably one of the best things. Was probably about it.
Yeah.
And stuff. But yeah. So is that it about Mexico then for you?
I mean, the thing is, I loved it, but when I went, I only went like a couple of years back now, and I kind of forgot a few things.
Yeah.
And it was very good, but I don't remember everything because it was so long ago. It was only a few years, but for me, that's quite a long time, and I can't really remember a lot of things. They had like casinos like Vegas does and things like gambling and stuff, but I'm not old enough to do it anyway, and I'm probably not that quite interested. So, which you haven't been there, have you? Because you said your parents have. That doesn't mean.
Yeah, my parents have, but I haven't, unfortunately, because I decided to go for like an anniversary. So,
Joe Root, we love you, mate.
Time away from the kids.
Yeah.
Like parents are going to love.
One thing I'd say is it's so good on a serious note for honeymoons, time away from kids. Like if parents want to do something, it's brilliant for that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's not really. I'd probably say it's really not aimed at families. Really, a family type holiday.
Well, where we went, it seemed really family like. I really do suggest if you do have a family, maybe do go there. I don't know.
Yeah,
been there 3 times as well, which is quite interesting. So anything to finish up on Mexico? To end Mexico now?
Not really. Shout out to Joe Root's Barmy Army. Obviously, your loyal mate from the start to almost the finish. Joe Root's Barmy Army.
Joe Root, bloody love you, lad.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Well, I love this guy. I've never met him before.
Yeah, but he's very loyal, so definitely respect.
If you know Joe Root, sort him out. He's a bloody legend. He even said we're doing a £5 giveaway. The guy.
Yeah.
The question is, are we really going to do a £5 giveaway?
Like we said this loads of times during the stream, #road to 100 subscribers. Let's see if we can do this by hopefully tomorrow.
Next
by
week?
the stream.
Yeah.
100 subscribers, and we could do a £5 giveaway, like Joe Root said.
Yeah, he did say. He said it in black and white, lads.
We'll see. Yeah, subscribe definitely. And so we said we're gonna talk about Spain.
Yeah.
I've been to Spain countless times really in my life. I go there quite a lot, Marbella, all around there. I go to the Costa del Sol apartment places there. That's a great place to stay. It's amazing weather. Lots of your friends go there that you see before that you can see. It's great. There's loads of things to do. It really is great. Especially it's really good for like the beaches. There's a lot of good beach,
I love it.
And really great places to go.
I am from UK, lads, and I play cricket every day. Do you play cricket? I love cricket.
This is the official Joe Root. No, probably not.
Joe Root,
Joe Root, I respect you, mate.
He's a bit of a legend, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's one of those guys who just go through thick and thin and just like, let's just turn up to the stream even though I have no interest. Right, anyway, carry on. What were you saying? So ignore Joe Root for a bit.
Yeah.
Even though we love him.
Spain is also a great place. I love going on holiday. love going places there, like all near there, like Marbella and stuff, and going around like San Pedro and like Madrid and everything. It really is great and stuff, and like Barcelona and stuff. It is amazing. And then what we normally do is, as they are connected, Spain and Gibraltar, we do like to go to Gibraltar as well and go visit all the monkeys. Actually, I've got a funny story here once about Gibraltar and me. I was very young at the time, and I had, obviously when you're young, you have like a favorite toy,
yeah,
like a favorite teddy or something, or favorite toy. I had my favorite teddy, yeah. Just for this day, I thought I'd bring it because we're going out for the long day. I was very young, like probably like maybe 5-6 years old here, maybe 7, I don't know. Probably 7 years old here, and I had also brought my camera with me, like an old Nixon camera, I think it was. So and we decided to get out the car to look at the monkeys, but as we opened the door to let my brother out, a monkey went into our car, and we closed the door with the Ron and a monkey in the car because we didn't know what to do. So here's the Ron, and then the one thing I'm thinking about is my teddy here, and I'm just thinking, no, he's going to take my teddy, and this is my favorite one that I've had for ages. Shout out to my favorite teddy then, and how he survived it because very luckily the second because they have this car had like trays in it, and my sister put the tray up where my favorite toy was, so the monkey couldn't get it. So very luckily because of that, and that was as the second before my sister got out of the car and shut that, so it was ungettable. But when we did open the door, obviously you gotta love some salt vinegar Lays and stuff that they have in Spain. The good old famous Lays, like the Walkers, the Spanish version of Walkers, obviously. And they took the salt vinegar Lays, and I got really upset over it. So I started when the monkey did take the crisps, I got very upset about it, and I was eating the crisps in front of me because I really wanted them, obviously. And I actually started smashing my camera and having a whole massive fit about the monkey taking the crisps. Just a little funny moment about Gibraltar. So sorry that.
So excuse me. Do you want to wait? So we break the news that we're making merch.
I don't think we have any news about it.
No, because apparently we're making merch, right? If you want to make us, if you want to make,
no, he said
hold on. No, he wants
said when
the merch.
Merchandise comes out, I'm buying it. So when it comes out, it's not saying
So
it is out.
Hold on. We're gonna make merch eventually. We have to get a decent following to be able to have the financial
money in.
We have to have the financial ability to be able to make merch for people to buy, and then we also need to have a following and a loyal following. We can't just have trolls to turn up every week. We just need people to
and then make stupid names and stuff.
Yeah, they're pathetic, whatever they are.
Yeah, really sad low lives. Just don't respect them really.
Wait, what merch? Have we got any merch ideas?
Sorry?
Excuse me. Have we got any merch ideas?
I'm thinking of the nice, famous, obviously Marcus Podcast logo, obviously.
You're gonna get the logo. You're gonna get the whole involved. You're gonna get Nike slogans or Nike.
Yeah, we're gonna be the Nike.
You're gonna get you're gonna get you're gonna have M&S on the side, on the other side of the shirt. You're gonna love it. Bloody love it.
So yeah, we're gonna
sorry for spoiling the merch.
With some like Marcus and Joseph's podcast maybe written over it, and maybe if you could signatures could be on it as well. So those are probably limited ones. But we're not.
Excuse me. Are you involved in the £5 giveaway?
Who? Me?
Yeah. You in it?
Oh, definitely. I'm in it. I'm subscribed, and my channel's in it. So hopefully, I can win my own money. No,
but if you do want to win, you got to guess the 100 subscribers. £5. PS4 vouchers, Xbox vouchers, PC vouchers, even if you play on PC. You can have real £5, PayPal, real money. You can have anything you want. You just got to subscribe to the channel, share to all your friends, post notifications, get that all on, or you're just not part of the clan.
Yeah, and you'll be and if you do, you're going to be a podcaster.
Podcaster.
Yeah, a little community name, the Podcasters, I'd probably say. So we should probably be wrapping this up.
Yeah. I thought maybe I'd do.
We should say our overall our favorite country and the reason why out of the three we picked. I'll go first, obviously. My favorite holiday, obviously, as I said, Portugal, as it was probably like the most relaxing time. I saw family. Actually, I do have one embarrassing time in Portugal. Actually, so like my mum's cousin, and her family, they came over, and I had brought my megaphone in Portugal, as I said before, from the Spanish version of Tiger. And I was using my megaphone, and they have a little boy, and he'd hit the megaphone into my mouth. So I was like embarrassing everyone with the megaphone, obviously, because that's obviously what I'm going to do. The little kid, he got I think he like tried to grab it off me, and actually hit my mouth, and I started bleeding absolutely everywhere, like all over like the table, like the couches we were sitting on, all over like the hotel floor, as I started like rushing in to get tissues and everything. It was quite hilarious, just a bit of an embarrassing moment. I basically got beaten up by like a 5-year-old, basically. So nice little funny moment to put out there. As he punched the megaphone and made my whole mouth bleed. So yeah, quite fun. So it's the fact of the memories as well. I loved every single part of Portugal. There was not really like a second I hated it. I loved it. The fact we just relaxed, and it was the fact we were away from there was no Wi-Fi as well, so we were kind of like away from technology as well. So we weren't in that technology routine of like we're just sitting on our phones and we're just like watching the telly and stuff. So it was more very family based and just relaxing by the pool and doing a few activities, which is why I love Portugal, and it's a great, amazing place. And we saw friends and family. Like it was amazing. Like couldn't ask for really a better holiday. Definitely.
Mine would probably be
Joe Root's Barmy Army. Can we collab?
Sorry, we don't want collaborations. Don't take offense, but we don't want you.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't feel like we don't know you, and as well as we don't really need a collaboration, and we haven't really asked for one, and we're not big enough to start collabing with randomers.
Yeah, I mean,
like we admire you. We admire you as a cricketer. You're a great player.
Yeah.
You great today.
We could hopefully talk to you after the stream as well. I mean, we could actually. We never know. We might be able to collab. You never know. Hopefully,
you never know what the future holds.
If it has a good channel and good viewers, then I wouldn't mind being on another channel. Really,
we think we're top guys.
We could collab.
People, we're gonna wrap up tonight.
Yeah,
we're gonna wrap up tonight now.
Coming. Well, wait, Marcus, you didn't say your favorite country and reason why. Actually,
I'd say Australia. Top class, absolute class. I loved every second of that. That was beautiful. Everything about it, magnificent. Right. We'd like to say sorry
for watching. I'm Joseph, and that's been.
I'm Marcus. Hold on. Let me just get rid of one more thing. You're Joseph. I'm Marcus. Please subscribe.
Great stream. Sorry, this is a bit longer than usual, as we've had. What Joseph explained, Belgium? What is that? What is that, like a little thing? Because I was ranting on for like too long, probably.
So thank you for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll see you at the next one. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below. We'd like to see you at the next one.
100 subscribers.
Yeah, and apparently we're bringing out merch and we're doing £5 giveaways according to Joe Root, but we'll do that. We want it. Also, guys, massive surprise. We've got an international guest coming on Saturday evening in the UK, but for him it'll be in the afternoon at some point, or at lunchtime or morning. I haven't really worked out the timings, but we've got an international guest. So if you're excited to see someone that's not from the UK, tune into that one. Yeah. That's all we're going to say. And I'll see you at the next one.
And peace out.
Subscribe.
#100. Podcasters, goodbye.